let's talk about the new gradient option in Canva. Where is it hidden and how do you make use of it? So if you're a Canva user, you probably know it hasn't always been great at creating gradients. It didn't really have a specific tool for it. And so a lot of times you'd even just have to come under the Elements tab and you might do something like search for gradient. And then you're going to get some results. And some of these came back as graphics, which are sort of vectors, and then other ones that were photos. So if you chose one of these photo options, you're really kind of stuck with whatever colors they had. So sometimes you had to build that into the search. And if you chose these graphics, sometimes they did have the ability to come in here and sort of change the different colors. But then, you can't add steps to your gradient. It's hard to add transparency. And so you have to search for a transparent gradient, all these little tricks, and it was hard to find the gradient you wanted to look for. Wouldn't it be great if you could just create your own? Well, now you can, but it's kind of hidden. So let me go through how we're going to do this. There is a gradient option inside of Canva now, but it is tied to shapes. So what I'm going to do is hit an R on my keyboard just to bring a rectangle on screen. So R, that's the keyboard shortcut for creating a rectangle. But you also could just come under Elements here, and you could go down. Let me just get rid of this for a second. You could go down under lines and shapes, and you could just grab any of these rectangle circles. It's going to work for a variety of different shapes, but I'm going to start with a rectangle in this case, and I'm going to show you how you get to these gradient options. So the gradient options are now hidden under the color option, because basically instead of filling this with a solid color, we're going to fill it with a gradient. So you're going to go up under color, and then under color you're still not going to see anything, but hidden here under this custom option for add a new color, instead of solid color, you now can choose gradient. Okay, so when you do that, basically by default, it starts with sort of a 2-color gradient. So right now it's sort of going from this red to this pink. And then let me just change one of these up so these options down below are a little bit more obvious. Let me make this something that's going to stand out. So now you can see down here that we have these different styling options. So it's using 2 colors. And this is basically just a linear gradient, but if we go this way, then suddenly it starts from the top. If we do this way, it's starting from sort of the bottom corner, it looks like. This is more a radial gradient where the one color sort of starts in the center and it builds outwards. So just know that you have these styling options at the bottom for how you want it to sort of be stylized. And then up here, these are where you're going to add your colors. Okay, and right now it's just 2 colors, but we can add more colors. If we want this to have a 3rd color, we could come in here. We could choose something like this blue, and now we have 3 colors. Now if we wanted more yellow in the center, well, we could add another color here. Let's use our color picker. Let's choose this yellow, and then suddenly let's move this one back. So now suddenly we have 2 steps of yellow in the middle, so suddenly there's more yellow before it transitions there. So you can come in here like this, and you can continue to add different colors to your gradient, and you can use this as a way to really adjust the way your gradient works, okay? Where the transitions occur. So how many steps do you want in your color ramp here? Right now we have it going from red to blue to another type of blue, and then green, and then yellow. No, excuse me, I'm looking in the wrong place because I lost it for a second. So if you ever click out of here by mistake and you're back here with this selected, just come back up here, click on the plus again. There's going to be your gradient that you're working on, okay? And if you have lots of colors, you can sort of go through them all using these arrows here on the side, okay? And then if you want to get rid of one, like I don't want this yellow, you can just exit out. Now, the other cool part of this, let me just get rid of some of these and take it back down to 2 colors. So let me just X out. We're down to just 2 colors again. The other cool part about this is transparency. Having some of your gradients just fade to transparent is something that can always be really useful when designing. And there was never a really easy way to do that before, but now if you click on any of these colors, you notice besides choosing the color here, there's sort of a transparency ramp down here. So even though this is blue, it doesn't matter what the color is for this color because I'm going to take it all the way to transparent. Now, if you've ever used the gradient tool in a program like Photoshop, I don't think this is as good. That one's a little bit more user-friendly, has a little bit more flexibility, I think, but still, you can do some cool stuff with this. So let's jump into some real examples now to see how we might make use of a gradient tool like this. So let's look at this example here. Let's imagine I wanted to cut this woman out from this picture. So I'll do that using my background remover tool. So I'll go under Edit Photo and Background Remover. Now, I want to put it on a different background, maybe change the color, but then maybe I can also use this new gradient tool, this new gradient option under shapes to make this more dynamic. So I'm going to start by just pulling in my handles here. Maybe I'll reposition her over this way, size her up a tiny bit. But now I want to come in here, and now I want to make this a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to come in here first. Let's just start by changing the color of this. So I'm going to give it a different color in the background there. Maybe something more like this. Okay, so color like that. But now this alone is kind of flat, right? She stands in front of the background, but it doesn't pop. It's kind of flat. It's not really working for me. So maybe I can use these gradient options now to make this a little bit more dynamic. Okay, so I could start by doing something like C to add a circle to the screen. And then maybe I'm going to take that circle and I'm going to come in here and let's go up again. We're going to go under our colors here and we're going to go over to gradient mode and we'll change this first color to just a white. Okay. And then we also want to come down here and let's make sure we're on this radial option because we sort of want it to fade out the transparent. So we're going to start with white and then we're going to put a transparent option here for the next option, but you can see that doesn't quite get rid of that hard edge. We want to get rid of this hard edge here. We want that to sort of feather out. So we're going to add another one there and there we go. Now it really disappears out. Okay, so now I can start to resize this and I'm going to get this behind her. So let's sort of center it. And then you can go into your layers here by position layers, and then you can sort of drag that down behind her. Okay, so that would sort of be a step one, something that would sort of make her pop out a little bit from the background. Now, if that's too aggressive, you can always come in here and you can lower down the transparency a little bit, but then you can still add more than one layer to this. I mean, more than one gradient. So that's a starting point, but maybe now I'll add a rectangle. Actually, I don't need to add a rectangle. Let me delete that. Let me just get rid of this shape altogether. Maybe we're just going to make our background not just one color. So you can do the same thing on the background layer where again, you're on the background. It's highlighted here. You see the way I have the blue selection around my background. Now I can just click over on color. Same thing, come in here, go under gradient, and let's switch back to this linear gradient. And we're going to go from one color to another color. So let's go back in here. We'll set this one completely to this color here. But then let's have it start on this side being a little darker, I think. So let's maybe pull this down a little bit, something like that. Or maybe we want to flip these actually, I'm not sure. So this is sort of just experimenting around. So let's pull this and bring that one over here. So yeah, something like that, but then maybe let's now this other gradient is a little too aggressive now. So let me again, if I can't find it, let's go under position. Let's find it here in the layers. Let's come in here. Let's drag it back a little bit so it's a little bit more subtle, but it's still going to make her pop out. It doesn't have to be super aggressive. Sometimes subtle is good, but a little something like that. And then let's do one more. Let's just do something to push the eye up. So I'm going to hit R again for a rectangle. I'm going to come back in here. And once you actually create some gradients in here and they're in your document, I have one in here that's actually this black to transparent. So if we actually look at that, I can go in here, I can see that there's a black and then there's a transparent. So now I just want to rotate this. So something like that. Let's get it to -90. There we go. And then I can come in here and I can resize this and I can decide exactly how I want to position this in here. And again, I can pull it up like that, but then I can come back up here, make it slightly less aggressive. Okay, so look at this. I mean, look at how much more dynamic this is than just a simple, plain, flat image on a background. So let me just show you a couple other examples I created just playing around. So here's another example where again, these are all just gradients in here. So if I come in here and look at these individual layers, these are all just gradients that I've created in here. One more example, here's another photo. It's kind of flat, it's kind of plain, but if suddenly you add in some gradients here, look at the way we really make that subject pop out from the background. And this is just using a couple different gradients. Of course, I added the text in here just for fun, but again, use gradients And I'm just showing you one way, the way you can highlight a photo, but of course you can figure out lots of different creative ways to use gradients. And now under the shapes option here, whenever you have a shape or a background and you want to have a fill color, and you go under that fill color with this plus icon, now you have this gradient option and you can create your own custom gradients. Okay, so custom gradients inside of Canva. Take advantage, see what kind of cool things you can create. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.